Hey, this is Grant Hill, the Los Angeles Clippers, and you're watching JRSportBrief.
So look, folks, I hope you all had a great weekend. Now, before we get started talking about some NBA players who have had terrible seasons, a lot of these guys haven't even played one game. Go ahead, hit me up on Twitter. Go find me on Facebook, Instagram, all that good stuff. And if you want more JRSportBrief videos like that, where I am in Alaska, where I'm talking to Hines Ward, don't forget to subscribe right here on YouTube. But we're not wasting any time. We're going to talk about some guys who have had disaster seasons. But one guy I think everybody is in agreement about would have to be that dude right there, Andrew Bynum. I mean, yeah, I can make jokes about his surgery not working. He's the only guy to go to Europe, come back, and not even playing a game with new knees. I can talk about his hair. I can talk about the fact that he would rather go bowling than play basketball. I could even talk about last season or a few seasons ago where he actually parked in a handicap spot. I mean, based on his knees, he may actually deserve a real handicap spot. And I don't think Los Angeles Laker fans can complain too much about Dwight Howard because, look, at least you're not the Philadelphia 76ers and ended up with like a 7-foot fat piece of trash. Moving on to the next guy, we're going north of the border with Andrea Bargnani. Look, the guy had an elbow injury. The general manager wants to trade him. The fans hate him. He himself has even said that the Toronto Raptors suck, and you can best believe this will probably be his last season in Toronto. He doesn't like Toronto, and Toronto sure as hell doesn't like him. The next dude, Royce White. I don't know if it's even proper to call him an NBA player because this guy has had more appearances on Dr.Phil than for the Houston Rockets. Look, I get it. Anxiety disorder. You have to hang up your shirts in a certain way. You got to touch the doorknob 8 times before you walk out the door. I get it. There's no problem with that. But in my opinion, he could have handled his whole entrance to the NBA a little bit better. At this point in time, he just comes across as a complainer. Just get in your RV, go to the D-League games, and then figure out a way to actually play for the Houston Rockets. Austin Rivers, yeah, I had to put a rookie on the list. He's averaging 6 points for the season. He's playing much better. He was really just chucking up every shot he could get his hands on earlier on in the season, but he's averaging 50% or a little higher than that from the free throw stripe. You know what? Right now, you are putting your father to shame. Although I'm pretty sure he's proud of you, but Monty Williams probably wants to wrap his hands around your neck. Moving on down the list, Hedo Turkoglu. I mean, this poor guy. I mean, first of all, this was last season. He broke his face. He broke his hand to begin this season. The poor guy had a back injury. He comes back, he stinks, he averages like 3 points per game, and then he gets caught with steroids. I think he just needs to go back to Turkey, especially if you can't play for the Orlando Magic. And how about the Charlotte Bobcats? Yeah, I know they're a team, they are not a person, but they are 13-26 for the entire season. You want to talk about being worse than last year? I don't know if they're that, but they are certainly on their way to being trash. Which NBA players have had disastrous seasons? I mean, Roy Hibbert, I can easily plug him in right there where the Bobcats are. The most notable thing he's done all year is actually throwing around Steph Curry. What about Darren Williams with his messed up ankles? How about Landry Fields? Landry Fields is a certified bandit. And then Kevin Love. I mean, you could put him on the list. How do you break your hands doing knuckle push-ups and then break them again in somebody else's jersey? This is JR. Hit me up on Twitter. Go find me on Facebook. It's windy out here. I'm gone. Which NBA players have had terrible, disastrous seasons?